Diversity in the living world. If you look around, you will see a large variety of living organisms. If you planted plants, insects, birds, your pets, or other animals and plants, there are also several organisms that you can see with your naked eyes. They are all around you. If you were to increase area at your observation in the range and variety of organisms that you will that you that you see would increase. Obviously, if you are visit to dense forest, you would probably see a much greater and kind of living organism. Each different kind of plants of living organism in it. Each different kind of plant, animal, or living that you see represent different species. The number of species that are known and described range between 1.7 to 1.8 million. This refers to the biodiversity or the number of type of organisms present on the earth. We should remember here that we explore new areas and even old ones. New organisms are continuously being identified. As stated earlier, there are millions of plants and animals in the world. We know the plants and animals in our own area by their local names. These local names would vary from place to place and even within a country. Probably you would recognize the confusion that would be created if we did not find ways and mean to talk to each other to refer to organism we are talking about. Hence, there is a need to standardize the name of living organism such that a particular organism is known by the same name all over the world. This process is called nomenclature. Obviously, nomenclature name is the only organism in the organism is described correctly, and we know that what organism is the name is attached. This is identification. In order to facilitate the study, a number of scientists have established a procedure to assign a scientific name to each known organism. These are acceptable to biologists all over the world. To plant, the scientific names are based on agreed principles and criteria, which are provided in International Code for Biological Nomenclature (ICBN). You may ask how are names, how are animals named? Animal taxonomies have evolved. International Code for Zoological Nomenclature (ICZN). The scientific name ensures that each organism has only one name. Description of any organism should enable the people in any part of the world to arrive the same name. They also ensure that such a name has been used for any another organism. Biologists will follow universally accepted principles to provide scientific to known organism. Each name has two components that are to name to the organism. Each name has two components, the generic and specific epithet. This specific provided two components is called binomial nomenclature. This naming system gives and by Corellis Linnaeus being practiced by biologists all over the world. This naming system issued to format was found convenient. Let us make example of mango to understand the way of providing scientific name better. The scientific name of mango is Mangifera. It represents the genus while indica is particular species or a specific epithet. Other universal rules for nomenclature are as follows. Biological names are written generally in Latin and written in italics. They are Latinized or derived from Latin irrespective of their origin. The first word in a biological name represents the genes while the second component denotes the specific epithet. Both the words in a biological name, when handwritten or separately underlined or printed in italics, or to indicate their Latin origin. The first word denoting the genus starts with a capital letter while the specific epithet starts with a small letter. It can be illustrated the example of Magnifera indica. Name of the author appears with the specific after the specific epithet at the end of biological name and is written abbreviated from example Magnifera indica Lin. It indicates that this species was first described by Linnaeus. Since it is nearly impossible to study all the organism, it is necessary to devise some means to make this possible. This process is classification. Classification is a process by which anything is grouped into convenient categories based on some easily observable characters. For example, we easily recognize groups such as plants or animals or dogs or cats or insects. The moment we use any other terms, we associate certain characters with the organism in that group. What image do you see when you think of dog? Obviously, each one of us will see dogs or not cats. Now, if we were to think Alastians, we know that we know what we are talking about. Similarly, suppose we were to say mammals, we should, of course, think of mammals with external ears and body hair. Likewise, in plants, if we try to talk of wheat, the picture in each of our mind will see of wheat plants, not of rice or any other plant. Hence, of all these cat, mammals, wheat, rice, plants, animals are convenient categories which to study organism. The scientific term for this category is taxa. Here you must recognize the taxa, indicate taxa at different levels. Planto also form a taxa. Wheat is also a taxa. Similarly, animals, mammals, dogs are all taxa. But you know that a dog is a mammal and mammals are animals. Therefore, animals, mammals, or dog represent at different levels. Thank you for watching.